Damn.
Welcome to Let's Play with Moose, and today we're going to be jamming some Terraria. Now, I'm a huge fan of this game. I've clocked hours and hours and hours in it, beaten all the bosses, figured out how to farm quite a few of them. So I'm going to be playing with my pimped out character on a new open world. Now the reason for that is because after getting to where I am, it's painfully slow to play on a new character, as I realized after trying. And I'm not in the mood for that quite yet. I will eventually set up and do a playthrough guide as well, where I'll be playing with a new character, running you through the entire game, step by step. At the moment though, we're going to be rocking out and just having some fun with my main characters. I'll show you the basics behind the game's mechanics and what everything's about. So, Terraria is this side-scrolling style game, so it's 2D. I don't know if you call it side-scroller or platformer, but yeah. Now, it's standard adventure games. So you're going to find items, get better items, farm resources to build cooler things, to eventually get better items, and repeat. And then you're going to fight bosses and run around exploring the vast world. I say vast, it is pretty big, but it isn't like uncomfortably big, so it's still easy to kind of explore the whole place and get an idea of everything. Woohoo, Drow the Demolitionist has arrived. Now, one of the fun mechanics in this game, where it makes it a bit different from similar style games, is that there's NPCs. And now, you unlock more NPCs by doing certain things or accomplishing certain feats in the game. Look at all that water go. Now, the more NPCs you have, the safer the place is that you eventually set up as your home, and the less enemies spawn right where you live. But also they give you access to newer items, which eventually help you progress further in the game. You kind of need to build the homes for the NPCs to get a progression going, otherwise you're not going to go far really. Ooh. Oh, and before I completely forget, guys, so my Terraria sound is busted. It's not playing its own music for some reason, and instead of having it completely dead quiet, I decided to put on the playlist by Galaxy Records in the background. I've been listening to these guys after they put a comment down on one of my videos, and I really like a lot of their stuff. Obviously, I don't like all of the stuff, but you can't be a winner all the time. But I'll definitely drop down a link to their channel down below in the description. So go ahead, go give them a check out, listen to their tracks, you know, like, subscribe, do what you have to do, the usual kind of thing. Now, at the moment, I'm just being pedantic in the game. I'm just clearing out, because what I essentially did, and I did this in my original world as well, the one where I played the game and actually managed to do the completion of everything, and where everything was really bad, like really cool. I level out my entire world. I make it completely flat, and at the end of the day, I end up having a rail system going across the entire world with the teleporter on either end, so that if you get to the one end of the rail, it'll teleport you back to the other end of the rail. Which I know right off the bat is very pedantic. Like, why would you even bother with that? But mostly it's made my life very simple. I mean, when we fought the final boss, the Moon Lord, I was playing this with Grim at the time. We had that rail set up on the entire planet. We got our hands on some SDMGs, and then we farmed a ton of chlorophyte to make the chlorophyte bullets. After a while, and we quite literally just got on that rail, rode from one end to the other, just shooting at him. So we moved just fast enough that he couldn't hit us, and kept like punching. It was a really clever way to beat him. It wasn't the fastest way. I mean, the first couple of times we tried with lower tier stuff, we didn't beat him because we ran out of time. So the days came and he just despawned. But eventually we kind of got the hang of it and we beat him, and it took a while. But after doing that a couple of times, we farmed him, got more resources out of him so that we could build bigger and better things out of him. then we started getting to beating him quicker, because obviously the more resources we got from him, the bigger our weapons got, and the easier it became to do that, like the farm on him. One boss we did have a lot of fun farming was Plantera. Plantera, we saw a build online, how to build an auto farm for him. So we raided a Lizard Temple. We went through all the effort of actually setting up this auto farm for Plantera, and we actually ended up auto farming Plantera a whole bunch, and we regret nothing. That was a great idea from the get-go. So what I'm going to do next, I know in this world, I've seen it in a previous play, that the dungeon is to the left. So I'm going to go and find the dungeon, and I'm going to fight Skeletron. Or I don't know, it's Skeletor, I think, before he becomes the mechanical version of himself. But we're going to go find him, and we're going to go fight him. Right now, while I'm on my way there, I'm kind of just killing time by tearing down the trees and collecting some wood, because I'm going to use this to build a gigantic structure. I actually think I'm going to record building the structure, and I will just put that down as a fast-forward playthrough, so that you watch me build the structure nice and quick. Because obviously that's going to waste a lot of time, and I'd hate to waste everybody's time having to sit and watch me do that painfully tedious thing. Alright, so in this world I seem to have spawned a Crimson. So that's a special area type with a special boss type inside of it. You either have a choice between well, you don't even have a choice. But yeah, the world either spawns Crimson or Corruption. Corruption comes with the Destroyer as a boss, or the Eater of Worlds rather, as a boss, and the Crimson comes with the Brain of Cthulhu. But what we'll do next, we're gonna go find the Brain of Cthulhu first. Yeah, let's go do that first. Haha. Let's go find us the Brain of Cthulhu. Ooh, look at this. Oh yeah, I already I forgot, in this world I've already bought the Brain of Cthulhu. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that. Demonic Altar. Woohoo. Now, versus the Destroyer and the Brain of Cthulhu, the Brain of Cthulhu is definitely one of my favorites to have fought. Because he starts in this place with a massive opening in it to fight him in. Which makes it always a lot easier to fight the guy. Because when it comes to bosses, you want to make sure you got a nice arena open so that you don't have to worry about getting stuck in a corner being destroyed. Wow. Cool. So, to spawn the Brain of Cthulhu as well as the Destroyer, you go to their various world areas or biomes, and you find orbs. This one has these heart orbs. The Destroyer comes with shadow orbs, I think they're called. And you just basically hit them with a hammer, they're broken. And after breaking 3 of them, it spawns them. Okay. Dig. Oh yeah, here we go. So this is the 3rd one. We're gonna break it and we're gonna run back to the big open area to fight him. Because even with my high level stuff and being where I am, this guy can still beat me if I'm not paying attention. That's why we gotta make sure we're paying attention. But he should die pretty quick. There we go. Woohoo! Yeah, no more Brain of Cthulhu. Like I said, and I will note again, I am playing with my high level items and my high level stuff, so I am pretty OP right now for these guys. Which is always fun. Up. Fly. Haha. Now, since it's still night, we're gonna rush our way to... Whoops. To our lovely dungeon, so that we can go find and excavate the Skeletor. Fly. This mount I've got here, this mount you get from Duke Fishron. Now, what we eventually ended up doing, we set up an auto farm for the mushrooms to get the worms so that we could get these mounts. So we fought Duke Fisheron a ton in my previous world, and it looks like in this world I've already beaten the dungeon. Well, the Skeletron, or Skeletor. Completely forgot about that. But that means we get to explore the dungeon. Haha. Ooh. So what I like to do is I like to first map out the dungeon. We did this in our previous world as well, where we kind of just like ran through the entire thing, mapped out where everything is, what everything looks like. Hey, buddy. And then we came back in here ready to explore it. Also preparing to make sure we had the right kind of keys to open everything. So that when we eventually got in here, we were just like, cool, run straight through, grab this, grab that, grab this, grab that, get everything you want, and go. Although, in my previous world, the main world where we beat old bosses and things, I remember we actually, after exploring and after getting to where we were, we decided to tear the entire dungeon apart for the bricks so that we could build our main structure out of dungeon. Which was quite clever, quite cool looking. So we ended up building an entire dungeon above ground for ourselves. Like, here is our dungeon, ha ha ha. I'm so bummed out about that world though. Like, I talk with it, but I've got a sadness in my heart because of it. Because I unfortunately, due to a beautiful little glitch in my system, lost my save on that world, and it didn't back up with Steam, and it was terrible. So I lost that entire world. Thankfully though, my character stuck, because like that would have been the crushing moment right there, realizing that everything I worked so hard for, everything that I'd achieved, was gone. Thankfully I just lost the world. Woo, look at this dungeon. This place is huge. My gosh. Woo. All the spike traps. Everything. Ah. Dead. 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 Eh. I'm tired of the dungeon. Let's go down. Oops. Ow. Yeah, so what we're doing now is digging our way out of the dungeon. One day when we get past the spider webs. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Hey, ooh, cool. I love finding these. There's like a minecart rail underground. Mechanical minecart. Oh. Oh. Dang. Almost killed myself. Oh, so for my grappling hook, for those of you who don't know, the grappling hook is the hook that you basically use to grab onto something before you fall to your death. I've got the Martian grappling hook, so it's an anti-grav grappling hook. So instead of pulling you towards it, pushes you away from it. Because I found, especially when you're going down and you're about to fall and die, I like it because it'll stop me from falling because it'll land and push me away. Which is irrelevant since I have wings, which means I fly, so I never fall damage anymore. But when I first got the grappling hook, I was playing without wings, because I built a very strong melee setup which didn't involve any flying. The grappling hook was very useful to stop me from dying in those instances. But compared to all the rest, because I did get my hands on the Moonlord grappling hook, the lunar hook, and I like the 4 hooks and everything, and I like how it's massive range, but I didn't like it at all, essentially, compared to this one. I mean, this one does only have 3 hooks, but you can obviously drop the hook and you can move around with it, which is nice. Whoa. Haha. Oh, snap. I just realized, in my infinite wisdom, I'm in hell, and I don't have anything to stop the hell from burning me when I walk on the hell bricks. Woo! Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hellforge! Now, this goes back to me being pedantic, like I mentioned. I like closing off these little hell structures until they're destroyed later on. But while I'm here, I like closing them up and being like, yeah, there we go, so you can totally live here if you wanted to. You wouldn't, but you could if you wanted to. Haha. Oh yeah, another cart. Let's see where this one goes. That one almost went through lava. That would have hurt. Up, up, up. And it ends in the middle of nowhere. Cool, let's go the other way. Woohoo! I've got to admit, these tracks by Galaxy Records, they're very, like, some of them are very chill, but it makes for a very nice gaming montage. Like, you sit back, you sit here and listen to their tracks while gaming, and it's really fun. What have we found? Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I remember originally digging through with the first pickaxe that I ever, like the first pickaxe you start with the copper pickaxe, and it was so painfully slow. But you don't realize how painfully slow it is at first. You're just kind of like, yeah, punch, punch, punch. But only later do you finally realize how slow you were actually moving, and how much quicker you could have done that entire thing, that whatever it is you were doing. Especially when I first built, and then I tore everything apart, and I rebuild, and I tear the entire base apart, and I'd rebuild it to try and make it a bit equal or symmetrical as I do. You kind of forget how long it takes to do these things when you get a new pickaxe or a new hammer. It's crazy. Look at the boulder traps. Ah. Oh yeah, this release the water. I'm so sorry, jellyfish. You are so going to be run down. There he goes. Pumping out the jellyfish. Oh no, I just killed him. I am terrible. Squish the jellyfish. Who would be so mean? Cruel. Alright, let's get back up to the surface level. I'm gonna run into the Crimson again. Yep, here we go, Crimson again. Hey, Crimson. Oh yeah. Horrible chill goes down your spine. Let's see if we can get one more. Let's just hit this guy one more time. We'll fight the Brain of Cthulhu one last time for good old time's sake. Teach him a lesson. I don't even know what I just hit there. You know how scary that is when you get to the point you've got like a shield on yourself and you're so tough that you run into things and they die and you don't even realize what it is you hit. That's crazy. Well, with that guys, I'm gonna call it a day for today's Let's Play. Like, subscribe, share, do whatever it is you have to do, and let me know if you enjoyed the video. Maybe I'll start up a new character and run you through how we get to where we are right now. But otherwise guys, have a good one. Cheers.